Hello. Celeste Silver Cord here. I'm coming at you guys with another Twin Flame Past Life reading. I rolled the dice this morning during Cards and Coffee, and we came up with Aries and Gemini. So how these readings work is I will read one spread for one sign, one spread for the other sign. We'll start with Aries. That light's bright. Okay. We'll start with Aries. Then we'll go and read Gemini's, and then we will read what you guys' lives were like together. You know, get a little backstory on each sign, and then, how it all went down. That's usually how it goes. And then we'll do a tarot line at the end. All the information about getting readings and all that is below us. I'm just going to pour in some Palo Santo here. All right. All right, so we're starting out with Aries. Whew. Okay, so now this isn't your first life here, but you have done this a lot. Now, you are the Starseed. I call this as the Starseed card. You got the Galactic card here. But in this life, it seems something happened with your father in your childhood, because you got the angels were with you right away. So I feel like you had a strong connection with your father, but he did pass away very early on in your childhood. And your mother did remarry. Like I said, this is just kind of your backstory. But for your origin line here, it says you got the Galactic, you got Atlantis, and then you got Asia. So though this wasn't your first lifetime, this was a very, very long time ago. To date it, you would have to look back to where they find matching Atlantean artifacts that they believe they found towards the Asia borders. Because from all accounts, the Atlantean Empire was huge. I'll own that I believe in Atlantis. I believe in a very broad version of it, but it was definitely kind of like a collective globalish community. Spirituality was really big for you. You did form a karmic relationship before you would have met the Gemini. Something that you had to leave from. All right, so we're going to get a feel out here for some more of this backstory. I'm getting a lot of masculine energy, but that also could just be because it's the sign of Aries. You have the Five of Swords here, and it's got the white rose on it in this deck. So you suffered a lot of conflicts, especially surrounding like your parents and your mother remarrying and dealing with the father issues, because you got the Six of Swords here, but it's also a cemetery card with the angel in this deck. So it was like that was a very necessary, important part of this path in order for you to obtain the angel or working with angels. I don't know if you work with spirit guides, but this would have been the life where you started working specifically with a spirit that you knew in life, then returning. I get a strong sense that this caused a lot of division in you when you were younger. You got the Three of Swords here, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Dude, this is all swords. Five, 6, 3, 10, 8, 9. Whoo! Queen of Swords. All right, so I'm gonna Three of Cups, Four of Cups. Okay. So, yeah. This person was very definitely heavily influenced by air energy, but I see that, and it kept them in a lot of kind of like a mental prison to their own thoughts a lot of the time. The stuff they did not talk about with others. On the outside, they were a loving member of the family. You know, Queen of Swords. You were in control of your words. You were very nurturing, and most likely the feminine. Or a female. So definitely you had to balance out a lot of your energies here, because you got like the Ace of Swords here, the King of Wands with like the Medusa. So and then there's the Jack of Hearts. Deep down you were a big romantic. You just put up a big front. But I sense a lot of that was just inner turmoil from losing a parent. And I feel like you probably had a lot of issues with your stepfather as well. All right. Let's see what happened with Gemini. I remember how... What was that? Oh, ain't that a mess? How in the world? Okay. Okay. I didn't even see it fall. It fell off this side and was on the floor. So... that's kind of tripping me out because that's usually an indicator of the twin connection. But here in the middle of your spread here, Gemini, is the karmic again. So at first I was going to say it feels kind of like you were the karmic, his karmic in the situation or her karmic in the situation, but I'm not really getting that jive. Not really getting that drive. Now, you pulled these two cards here at the beginning. And I feel this was a very early life for you as well. This life was supposed to teach you all about trust and faith. And it has the Native American and the Egyptian card here. And now remember, I like to say that the Atlantean era mostly takes place around the Mediterranean, right? That's where like the capitalistic area of it was. Where it originated out of. So, but I do see down here, so Gemini, you would have started on the outer edges and worked your way in towards that central area. So I am going to stick with the Mediterranean area for you guys. Now, another reason I say that, it's you were very spiritual as well, Gemini. You had taken some kind of vows with the karmic as well. So you weren't the karmic, but you also had a karmic. And you know what a karmic is, right? So it's almost like you guys were twins, but you were both in karmic relationships with someone that, you were, they came to teach you a very, very different type of lesson, right? Now, I do see lots of rural living, the Greco-Roma, and then I do see love, but I see health being a major issue here. So I like to kind of say that like karmics are almost like false twin flames. Sometimes they can be that very intense love. That they just come to teach you that those levels are possible. And they leave in one form or another. I'm just saying that because of the health card here at the end. I feel like in this, the person, because I said Aries was the feminine, this would be the masculine. That he had his spouse may have passed on, which is why he would have left the area that he was in, because he was all heartbroken, to move towards the area you are in. Ooh, okay. That's too many. Yeah, actually. Something also happened with the death. There's lots of deceits around money. Which would have been another key thing to start traveling and move around, start over. Five of Cups. Yeah, this is sad. Three of Swords. So yeah, he tried to move on from losing his wife, and he ran into a lot of disappointments. A lot of women that were entertaining a bunch of options. A lot of gold diggers. That was the deceits around money. And he was constantly battling in his mind between looking in the past. It's even reversed. So whether these people were actually doing this to him or not, he felt that way. And a lot of the reason that he felt that way was because he still carried a lot of guilt from the past, I guess, from losing his first partner, and that caused a lot of strife in his mind. Wow, y'all. This is deep. Never said what happened to Aries karmic. They must still be in the picture then. Let's see what happened next. What happened after y'all met? All right. Yeah, this says that you two are both really strong characters. All right. So I see you guys kind of overcoming a lot of health issues. And what I mean by that, I think it was more like mental health issues. I see music being made, a love of the arts is something that really brought y'all together. I do sense here that there's wars and battles. And remember, Aries, I said that your partner did have the leaving, and you did have the leaving and travel card. So I bet that there was wars and things going along that caused, that removed your partner from the picture. I'm not sure if he died or not, but this has been removed from the picture. I do see a lot that revolves around finances with you guys. A lot of forgiveness needed to be learned. I have a sense here, too, that you both were left financially okay. Aries, you were left with your karmic's money, and you had to learn a lot of forgiveness. But there was a lot of phobias picked up from this life. Fear of death, of losing a partner, fear of partner leaving and never coming back. It made you really question what kind of vows that you keep and that you take. I do see a deep connection with nature and like Celtic. So I feel like that you guys even kept traveling north once you guys came together. I don't see anything that really kept y'all apart. Let's see what the regular cards have to say. This is actually pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Because I see the health, art, sports, and battles. But then it just goes into like a normal timeline at that point. Here we go. Here we go. I love a good twist. So, do you see what I mean by karmic relationships? Aren't necessarily these terrible, terrible relationships. They are relationships that teach you very, very important lessons. Very, very specific lessons, but it's like it's intense connections that aren't made to last the whole lifetime. Anytime a conflict card comes up, money comes up right after it. And it's like the Seven of Pentacles here. And you get the Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands. It does seem like for some reason, that was the constant argument. It's also, that's all right next to that finance card there. A need to defend it. I sense that you guys traveled with your money. And most of your conflict was avoiding people. Yeah, look at that. In this deck, the Three of Pentacles is like a cemetery angel. And then you got the Eight of Rods. So I feel like you both got... Yeah, you kept moving. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like you kept moving around to defend your money. Very interesting. Because it seems like, with all the wars and the battles going on, yeah, it was a burden. Why? Because people, anytime you establish yourself as being well off at all, or people figured out that you had more than what you said you did, or you presented yourself as having, you were suddenly targets. But I don't see any traumatic death cards or anything else like that. So it seems like your biggest problem was you guys were doing all right. And I say that too. Not all 20. You'd be surprised. Usually the first life that you come together with somebody with that type of energy, it does work out. Things do line up. Doesn't start messing up, so you come back and try to do it again as different people. And then also remember that you collected a karmic contract in that life with y'all's first spouses. And what do I mean by a karmic contract? That means you agreed to come back again and try with them again too. In a life where they don't remove themselves easily. And they get a fighting chance. So the tarot has to say... All right, I have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands. Between it there, coming up the arch, is the Six of Swords here. So this is a rite of passage, definitely, for the masculine energy this time. Now remember, you guys can switch sides and stuff like that now. This is Aries and Gemini, the male and female thing. If you're a genuine twin energy and anybody, if you're a reincarnating soul, you've probably switched genders before. So don't be so quick to assign what is what. You know what I'm saying? We switch it up each time. This is just this lifetime. This is Aries and Gemini's dealing with each other. For the masculine side of it, looks like also masculine can be females too, right? I'm putting that out there before I start talking. This is a message for the masculine side. Page of Cups, Page of Wands. Want to offer love, want to offer passion, but this time it is a rite of passage. But your debt is you don't get her this time. Because on this side, it's the Empress and the Two of Cups reversed. So this is really the feminine learning to really empower herself in this lifetime. And I don't think this is a lifetime that you guys are meant to be together. Quite honestly, you guys already had your happily ever after. Now it's time to pay your debts. You came back with harder, harsher contracts right now. You had to learn harder lessons this time. You made, like I said, you made also other karmic contracts that you need to work out now. All right. Yeah. I wish I had some better news for you for this one. At least that lifetime was beautiful and was pleasant. And hopefully this is a relationship that if it is still toxic and it's not balanced, you guys do realize now, yeah, that it's probably time to move away from it. All right. I love y'all very much. As always, if you need a reading, all that info is in the bottom. Please like, share, subscribe, spank my bell, click the like button, tell me that you like it. Blessed be all those that walk these weird and windy paths with me. I love y'all. And yeah, I'll catch you later.